Welcome back, my wonderful fellow freedom fighters and lovers of freedom across the eyes of the world. My returnee subscribers and those who are watching without subscriptions, you guys are awesomely awesome. May the peace and the love of Christ, the spirit of Christmas, may He captivate you and envelop you on whatever you do. Amen. And those who are watching from a distance, I can only ask you for His favor that you go ahead and smack the red button, click the notification bell, so whenever we upload, you'll be able to get notified. On this video is where our brother Simon Ekpa is telling us the solution to release Nnamdi Kanu is to make the reason keeping him more higher than that. And the only way to do that is to apply what is called civil defense to the entire Biafra land, to make the federal government and even the state government to feel the heat of absence of Malami.
In practice,
but the bad
it is
guys
already
are
on the
it.
table.
I want you to listen and tell me what you think.
So Malami cannot come
Merry
here
Christmas to you all
and tell us that that is not in the table. It is already in the table. That is why the question was asked. So what he should be talking is that probably, okay, we are still watching and we are still doing, but he can't come and rule out that it is not on the table. It is already on the table. On the table, that was the reason why the president received the Southeast leaders. That was the reason the president gave comment, make his comment that he is going to look into it. So it is on the table. Why would the Malami come? I want you people to understand, first of all, that Buhari is not in charge. The man they call Buhari is not in charge. The people that are in charge of the government of Nigeria is the Malami you see here. The people that are ruling Nigeria is this man you see here and other people. Okay? So when this man come here to say it is not on the table yet, he should raise a concern to everybody. It should be a thing of concern. Because as far as we are concerned, as far as our elders has visited Asurok, as far as the president has given his consent that he has received them, it is already at that point on the table. So why would this man now come here and tell you that as far as he's concerned, that is not yet on the table? Okay, now, after just telling you this, I want us to go now to know what is going to be done to see Nnamdi Kanu freed. I want everybody to pay attention to what I'm about to do. Pay attention.
Is it possible? I cannot tell you with precision.
Okay.
Do you think that could be a solution to douse the tension in the region? I have not assessed the security implication of that.
Okay, you see, now the Constitution of Nigeria say that Malami have the right to discontinue the case of Nnamdi Kanu for public interest. Okay? Now, Femi is asking him, do you think that could be the solution to those detention in the region? I want you to pay attention. For the Nigerian law say, Malami have the right to discontinue Nnamdi Kanu case for public interest. Now, Femi is asking him, do you think releasing Nnamdi Kanu on political solution will dose the tension? So Femi believe that because of Nnamdi Kanu, there is already tension in the region. Now, Malami is telling him, Malami, have not assessed the tension, the security situation in the region to warrant him to consider releasing Nnamdi Kanu for public interest. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Malami will have to, first of all, assess the security information or the security situation, the tension. Shehu, not Femi, thank you very much for the correction. You know all these names, I don't just pronounce anyhow. So sorry about that. Shehu, not Femi. So I correct that. Thank you for the correction, Naji, David. So Shehu asks, will those detention in the region? Now, this Malami said, I have not assessed the security situation in the region to know whether I will release Nnamdi Kanu for public interest. So these Biafrans, I want you people to understand that for Nnamdi Kanu to be released on political solution, there must be a tension that could affect public interest. Now, we are not talking about violent, okay? That is where this particular civil disobedience should come in, because they have to assess the situation. Whether Nnamdi Kanu want it. It is now about what? That is where I am loggerhead with the DOS. So everybody saying Shehu, yes, Shehu have been corrected, not Femi. Shehu, that is where I am at loggerhead, because for Nnamdi Kanu to be released, we must make the cost of keeping him very, very high than the cost of releasing him. Okay? That is not to say we are going into violence. No. But we must continue to intensify the civil disobedience so that it will create a very high tension in the region. For this man and his people to now assess the situation of the region and calculate and do check and balance. Do we continue to keep this man or do we release him for the public interest? So when they have succeeded in suppressing that public interest that the arrest or the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu should have created in the region, what do they have to lose? Nothing. Do you understand me? What the DOS have done now is to help the Nigerian government. So there is no tension anymore. So which means, according to the Nigerian government, Nnamdi Kanu has become worthless. It has become worthless. And it is the DOS. Nnamdi Kanu has become worthless. So he needs to watch something, which is civil disobedience. Pressure, creating the tension that is needed so that this man, when he faced with this kind of question, he will not say, I have not assessed the situation of that region to know whether I am going to release Nnamdi Kanu as enshrined in the Constitution for public interest. They have just, the DOS have sold out because they don't need Nnamdi Kanu to know this. They don't. They ought to have known this one. That for because the situation of 2017 is not the situation of 2021. The situation of 2015 is not the situation of 2021. That is why you need people with mental toughness to make things happen. We don't need to carry AK-47. We don't need to carry gun. Nnamdi Kanu have laid foundation of how to free, of how they can free him. Before Nnamdi Kanu get abducted in Kenya, he have already built foundation how he should be released. The DOS rubbished everything. Now tell me, if what is happening now, if everybody is relaxed, nothing is happening. They say power from above, power from this, power from that. And every day we are hearing our leader being tortured and all that. How do you think this man is going to release Nnamdi Kanu? Never. Never. Because it has become so cheap. Nnamdi Kanu has become so cheap to these people. And remember what I say for those who will say, oh, you want to call us terrorists. How? That is because of illiteracy. Illiteracy will make the people in DOS to say civil disobedience will make you become a terrorist. Actually, they have already proscribed you. In Nigeria Constitution, in Nigeria, they see you as terrorist, even when the world know you are not a terrorist. In fact, for the fact that you were proscribed a terrorist, the entire Biafra ought to have risen up to kick against the proscription of IPOB. But that is something that I will do, or I will propose when Nnamdi cannot come out. And that is if they have not, if it is not inclusive in this particular political solution. Because when IPOB was proscribed, the entire Biafra that supported Nnamdi Kanu ought to have risen up to make sure that will make the life miserable to the people of to the government and the governors that facilitated the proscription of IPOB. That did not happen. But like I said, it is what I'm going to propose to Nnamdi Kanu, and when he come out, and I know exactly what to say to him, how we can do it. Because by now, they ought to have even removed the proscription of IPOB. Because the action was not taken. So now, if this man is telling you, I have not assessed the security situation to know whether I will release Nnamdi Kanu based on public interest, how do you think your move for political solution will happen? It is never going to happen. It is never going to happen. So I am calling on every Biafran. I am calling on every Biafran that the only thing we are going to do to release Nnamdi Kanu is we need, you can see when you see comment here, you see some people say, Simon Ekpa criminal. Anytime we are talking about how to release Nnamdi Kanu, this is the people that DOS are paying money to. They will come to our program, and when you talk, they tell you they are DSS agent. Okay? Right? Because you don't know them. Because you don't know them. Now, if they tell you that most of the people commenting here are DSS agent, what about the broadcasters that you know? So what it implies is that the broadcasters who are also attacking us, even when we are making broadcast for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, are also working for the DSS. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because each time this kind of people come here to comment, they see that I am making a broadcast about how to release Nnamdi Kanu. They come here sent by the people that bought a recharge card for them. They come here and begin to comment criminal, 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 instead of listening to how we can release Nnamdi Kanu. And then when you talk to them, somebody will say, these people are DSS agents. They are using fake account. They are using fake this. They come to distract you. Now, the question you should be asking those people telling you that is, what about the non-broadcasters who are doing the same thing? Are they also the DSS agent? Okay? No, this is a question I want to leave, this evening for everybody. When they tell you that, ask them, what about the non-broadcasters? Are they also DSS agent? Now, we are talking something different. We are talking about how to release Nnamdi Kanu. They have come to say, you are a criminal, you are this. And then when you talk, when you try to address the comment, some of people will say, okay, wait, all these people are fake account. What about those who are real account? The people that you know their faces, the people that you know that they are the broadcasters, and the DOS have come to Radio Biafra to praise them. Now ask them, what is Chike Dozemu praising them for? Because they are coming here to call Simon Ekpa criminal. Why I am addressing how to free Nnamdi Kanu. Now, another thing is that while I was playing the voice of our leader today, some of them also come. You are lying. It's a lie. It's a lie. Why they were hearing the voice of Nnamdi Kanu about it? They say it's a lie. It's a lie. So these people don't want to hear anything Nnamdi Kanu again. But one thing is that Nnamdi Kanu will come out and people are going to be shocked. What you don't know is bigger than you. Is bigger than you. Is bigger than you. I am in this thing inside. So what I'm doing, I am not doing it because I am guessing. Okay, I am not whatever I'm doing. I'm not doing it because I am guessing or I am suspecting. I know exactly what I am doing. I know exactly what I am doing. Exactly. This is not like I don't know, maybe I'm suspect. No. Every single thing I am doing, I know exactly. I don't just do something because I want to do it. Now listen to Malami.
In terms of being a solution for a problem.
You are humanist in some sense. Do you think that could be a solution to douse the tension in the region?
I have not assessed the security implication of that.
Okay.
In terms of being a solution for a problem.
Okay.
You are humanist.
So he have to assess the security situation to know whether releasing Nnamdi Kanu will be a solution or not. Okay? You have to assess the security situation to know whether releasing him will be a solution. So when he have assessed the security situation and there is no security situation, why would he then go and release Nnamdi Kanu free of charge? Why? But when he assess the situation, the governors tell him that, now we are not getting revenue anymore. When he assess the situation, governors cry out, now all the revenue we are generating, they have a place ban on it too. Now, when he assess the situation and the governors are telling him, now Malami, we are negative. This guy is this serious. They will begin to discuss how to release him. And they will now begin to calculate the cost of keeping him. So Malami will now go to Constitution and say, okay, well, now it is true that this guy really is something in that region. So keeping him here is really something. So we need to release him for public interest. The public interest now comes in. But when the DOS have decided that there is no public interest at all, apart from the promise of onu, just promise, onu, okuonu, promise of political, you cannot get political solution without public interest on the ground. Background it.
Thank you
You
for
put
watching.
public interest
If the video
issue
interests you,
in
please
the
share.
background.